What about this boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo? You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Tuesday, November 29th, 2022, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Tyler Perry has signed a new film deal with Amazon Studios. The 53-year-old actor and filmmaker will write, direct, and produce 4 films for release on Prime Video. Perry said in a statement, "I'm excited and grateful to start working with Amazon Studios to bring movies to Prime Video. Jeffrey Salk and the entire team have welcomed me with open arms, and I'm looking forward to continuing telling unique stories and bringing my next projects to the global audiences that they reach." Amazon studio head Jennifer Salk added, "Tyler Perry is undeniably one of the most prolific creators of our time. He is a true multi-hyphenate who has defined his own incredible brand of storytelling and inspired people all over the world with his series and films. We're excited to collaborate with Tyler and his team to bring even more of his fantastic signature films to our global audiences." Universal Pictures released the posters for the upcoming movies Knock at the Cabin and Cocaine Bear on Monday. Knock opens February 3rd and Bear opens on February 24th. M. Night Shyamalan adapted Paul Tremblay's book The Cabin at the End of the World. The story follows Dave Bautista, who leads a gang that invades a family's vacation cabin with news of the apocalypse and forced them to make a choice. The poster shows the gang of 4 from behind, weapons in tow. Jonathan Groff and Ben Aldridge plays the parents of Kristen Cui. Nikki Ambuka Bird, Abby Quinn, and Rupert Grint also star as playing members of Bautista's gang. The Cocaine Bear poster shows the bear roaring in a drug-fueled snow. Elizabeth Banks directed the film based on the true story of a bear that ate the remains of a drug plane in 1985. Kerry Russell, Margot Martindale, the late Ray Liotta, Alden Ehrenreich, O'Shea Jackson Jr., J.C. Tyler Ferguson, Christopher Hujuve, Hanya Kim, Christian Convery, Brooklyn Prince, and Scott Cease star as the humans in the path of the Cocaine Bear. Bros is coming to Peacock, the first LGBT plus rom-com ever to be released by a major studio, is heading to the streamer after its theatrical release. Co-written by Billy Eichner and Nicholas Stoller and directed by Stoller, the movie centers around 2 gay men who may or may not be heading towards true love. Originally released in September, Bros features a completely LGBTQ plus main cast including Luke McFarlane, T.S. Madison, Monica Raymond, Guillermo Diaz, Guy Branum, and Amanda Beers. Eicher said in an interview with the filmmakers via Zoom in September, "We had many romantic comedies over the years that I've loved about straight characters, men and women falling in love, falling out of love, and I love those movies. They made me laugh, they made me cry. I grew up with those movies, but we never had one release on this scale about a gay couple, and with this many LGBTQ plus characters and this many LGBTQ actors playing the roles, including the straight ones." The synopsis reads, from the ferocious comic mind of Billy Eichner and the hit-making brilliance of filmmakers Nicholas Stoller comes Bros, a smart, swoony, and heartfelt comedy about how hard it is to find another tolerable human being to go through life with. Though the film was released to great fanfare due to its groundbreaking subject matter, it was a disappointment in theaters, earning just $4.8 million in its opening weekend. Eichner was vocal about his feelings that homophobia was behind the lack of box office for the movie. He posted on Twitter, "Last night I snuck in and sat in the back of a sold-out theater playing Bros in L.A. The audience howled with laughter from the start to finish, burst into applause at the end, and somewhere in tears as they walked out. It was truly magical. Really, I'm very proud of this movie." Action continue on Twitter. That's just the world that we live in, unfortunately. Even with glowing reviews and great Rotten Tomato scores and A Cinema score, etc., straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up for Bros. And that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Bros starts streaming on Peacock on Friday. Richard Lewis is returning to Curb Your Enthusiasm. The 75-year-old actor confirmed Monday that he will appear in Season 12 of the HBO comedy series. Season 12 reunites Lewis with Curb Your Enthusiasm creator and star Larry David, his longtime friend and collaborator. Lewis shared a photo with David from the set on Twitter. He wrote, "I'm back shooting Curb. I'm a lucky cat to be with my oldest pal who just happens to be a genius. Don't tell him I call him that or he'll mock me to my grave. A 22-year ride so far." Curb Your Enthusiasm originally had an 8-season run on HBO from 2000 to 2011. The show returned for a 9th season in 2017 and was revived again in seasons 10 and 11 in 2020 and 2021, respectively. Lewis has a recurring role as a fictionalized version of himself and last appeared in season 11, episode 7. Jeff Garlin, Cheryl Hines, Susie Eisman, and J.B. Smoove also star. HBO renewed Curb Your Enthusiasm for season 12 in August. The network has yet to announce a premiere date for the new season. Teddi Mellencamp has said that she has made peace with her former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills co-star Lisa Vanderpump. Mellencamp discussed where she stands with Vanderpump during Sunday's episode of Watch What Happens Live. Mellencamp and Vanderpump clashed on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 9 over Puppygate, a scandal where their co-star Derek Kemsley accused Vanderpump of leaking stories to the press after a dog she adopted from Vanderpump's organization ended up in a shelter. Mellencamp said on her Two T's in a Pod podcast in June that she had, quote, a nice conversation with Vanderpump after an after party for the MTV Movie and TV Awards. On Watch What Happens Live, Mellencamp was asked if she's spoken to Vanderpump since. She said, I don't necessarily say we made amends. We made peace that we don't need to talk about it anymore. We moved past the discussion. Mellencamp then addressed the possibility of Vanderpump making up with Kylie Richards, who fell out with Vanderpump after she confronted her about Puppygate. Mellencamp says, in regards to Kylie and Lisa, I feel like if they could actually work together, they probably could. I think Kylie is pretty easy to forgive in general. Mellencamp confirmed her exit on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in September 2020. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills today stars Richards, Kemsley, Lisa Rinna, Erica Jane, Garcia Bouvier, Crystal Kung Minoff, Sutton Strack, and Diana Jacobs, and completed its 12th season on Bravo in October. Mom-to-be Kaylee Kuko is celebrating her 37th birthday. The actress had an early birthday celebration Sunday after announcing she's expecting her first child with her boyfriend, actor Tom Felipe. Kuko shared photos on Instagram stories of herself with her birthday cake. She captioned the post as sweet as early birthday celebration. On Thursday, Kuko and Felipe cheered on the New York Giants football team with Felipe's brother and sister-in-law. Kuko shared a photo Sunday of herself and Felipe holding a Giants-themed baby onesie. She captioned the post, future footballer coming at you. Kuko announced in October that she's expecting a baby girl with Felipe. She said on Instagram at the time, beyond blessed and over the moon. The couple made their relationship Instagram official in May, following Kuko's split from her ex-husband, Carl Kuhl, in September 2021. Kuko recalled how she first met Felipe on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in October, saying it was love at first sight. Kuko is known for playing Penny on The Big Bang Theory and Casey Bowden on The Flight Attendant, while Felipe portrays Ben Davis on Ozark. Jennifer Lopez is looking back on her painful split from Ben Affleck. The 53-year-old singer and actress revisited her 2004 split from Affleck in an interview with Zane Lowe for Apple Music One after marrying the actor in July. Lopez and Affleck started dating and got engaged in 2002. The pair called off their wedding in 2004 and both went to pursue other relationships. Lopez and Affleck reconnected in 2021 following their respective splits from Alex Rodriguez and Ana de Amoros. The couple got engaged again in April and married in Las Vegas in July. In a preview of the interview on Good Morning America, Lopez recalled how her split from Affleck left her heartbroken. She said, it was so painful after we broke up. Once we called off that wedding 20 years ago, it was the biggest heartbreak of my life, and I honestly felt like I was going to die. It sent me on a spiral for the next 18 years where I just couldn't get it right. She added, my way of surviving was by working more and doing more and hiding that side of myself. Lopez has found true love once again with Affleck. She says, and true love doesn't exist and some things do last forever. Lopez announced Friday that she will be releasing a new album, This Is Me Now. The album features the song Dear Ben Part 2, seemingly inspired by Affleck. Celebrity couple Olivia Munn and John Mulaney are celebrating their son Malcolm's first birthday. The 42-year-old actress and 40-year-old actor and comedian marked the occasion by throwing a birthday party with family. Munn shared photos and videos from the Fiat Sunday on Instagram. The picture shows Munn and Mulaney holding their son as he enjoys his chocolate birthday cake. Munn captioned the post, "Just got back from celebrating 1 year of the most joyful baby being in this world, in our lives. My son, my joy, happiest birthday, Malcolm. I love you so, so much." Malcolm wore a knitted crown with the number 1 that Munn's mom made by hand. Munn remarked on a video of Malcolm eating cake that it sounded like he said, "I love you" for the first time. Munn and Mulaney were first linked in the spring 2021 and announced in September that year that they were expecting their first child. Munn gave birth to Malcolm in November 2021. Munn is known for playing Sloane Sabbath on The Newsroom and Eve in the Walking Dead spin-off Tales of the Walking Dead. Mulaney released a children's comedy special, John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch, in 2019. President and First Lady Biden are hosting their first White House dinner, and they're inviting a Grammy winner to perform for it. John Baptiste, whose 11 Grammy nominations across 7 categories set a record, will perform for the Bidens and Emmanuel Macron, the French president. The dinner will take place Thursday. Baptiste announced the performance on his social media accounts. His caption reads, "From Kenner to the White House." Baptiste is a native of Kenner, Louisiana. The singer-songwriter won 5 Grammys this year after being nominated in categories including R&B, jazz, classical, and roots music. His album, We Are, won Album of the Year. Baptiste told Stephen Colbert in a post-Grammy interview, "It's so much, I'm still processing it. First off, the fact that my family is here to witness, that is incredible. It's incredible. Just so much went into that moment. Piano lessons, civil rights marches." Baptiste led the band for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert for the last 7 years. He departed in August to more fully pursue music. Colbert announced, "Sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed that John hasn't been here this summer. John has decided to leave the show, but it's all for the best reasons, including to continue to share his art with the world." Colbert continued, "We've been so lucky to have a front row seat of John's incredible talent for the last 7 years. We will miss him here, yes, but we're happy for you, John, and I can't wait to have you on as a guest with your next hit record." Unless they host a flurry of dinners in the next years, the Bidens are on track for the fewest of any modern American presidencies. By contrast, the Trump administration held the fewest overall with just 2. The Obamas held 12 over their time in the White House, while the Clintons held the most with 29 over their 8-year term, per the Washington Post. In a statement issued by the White House, it states President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will host President Emmanuel Macron and Mrs. Brigitte Bardot of France for a state visit to the United States, which will include a state dinner on December 1st, 2022. This will be the first state visit of the Biden-Harris administration. It will be underscored the deep and enduring relationship between the United States and France, our oldest ally that is founded on our shared democratic values, economic ties, and defense and security cooperations. Leaders will discuss our continued close partnership on shared global challenges and areas of bilateral interests. Jay Leno has returned to the stage in the wake of his burn injuries. The 72-year-old comedian and television personality performed a stand-up comedy set in front of a sold-out crowd Sunday at the Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, California. Leno, who collects and restores cars as a hobby, suffered significant burns to his face, chest, and hands in a gasoline fire at his garage earlier this month. The comedian was released from the Grossman Burn Center in Los Angeles last week after undergoing 10 days of burn treatment. Leno's physician, Dr. Peter Grossman, said at the time, "I'm pleased with Jay's prognosis, and I'm optimistic that he'll make a full recovery." Leno's friend and fellow comedian Tim Allen said on November 17th that Leno was in good spirits. Allen tweeted, "We went to see my pal Leno in the hospital after his burn accident, took some treats and car magazines. He has severe burns and acts like he just snubbed his toe. The dude is a superhero. Great care. We'll have him better real soon. Leno's scheduled to perform December 4th, 11th, and 18th at the Comedy Magic Club, according to the venue's website. Kim Kardashian has responded to the controversy around Balenciaga's recent ad campaign. The reality star says that she wants to, quote, wait to respond until she has more information about the Italian luxury designer's holiday ads, which shows two young children holding teddy bears that appear to be wearing items connected with bondage. The ads, dubbed Toy Stories, debuted in November as part of Paris's Fashion Week. Once a backlash ensued, Balenciaga pulled the campaign and issued an apology. Balenciaga posted to its 14.4 million followers on Instagram, "We sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bags should have not been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms." Kardashian has been linked to Balenciaga for years. Her now ex-husband Kanye West had a partnership with the Italian design house for years. The partnership was dissolved in October in the wake of his anti-Semitic comments, which he later apologized for. On Sunday, Kardashian posted the following statement to her social media accounts per CNN. She said, "I've been quiet for the last few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I want an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how could this have happened." She continued, "As a mother of four, I've been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period." She said after speaking to representatives from the Balenciaga, she's glad that they removed the offending imagery and believe that they've taken appropriate measures to make sure it never happens again. But even so, she says she is reevaluating her relationship with them. She says, "I'm currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting to see them to take to protect children." Kardashian's response was met with some skepticism in the comments, with several posters saying that she should have immediately cut ties with Balenciaga. Photographer Gabrielle Limberlardi, who often takes pictures of children surrounded by toys, shot the toy ads campaign. Galiberti, who works with National Geographic, posted on his Instagram account, was only and solely requested to light the given scene and take the shots according to my signature style. As usual for a commercial shooting, the direction of the campaign and the choice of the object displayed are not in the hands of the photographer. Balenciaga is also in the midst of a lawsuit against production company North 6 and set designer Nicolas Desjardins for another ad, which sharp-eyed viewers noticed it had a copy of a printed version of the 2008 U.S. versus Williams decision. That decision upheld a proportion of a federal child pornography law that, quote, criminalizes advertising, promoting, presenting, or distributing child pornography, even in the underlying material does not constitute child pornography. The ad since pulled was for the Hourglass handbag, a collaboration between Balenciaga and Adidas. Per Desjardins agent Gabriela Mustalaf, the papers stated were obtained from a prop house that was rented pieces used on film and photo shoots, she told the Washington Post. She also added everyone from Balenciaga was on the shoot and was present on every shot and worked on the edit of every image in post-production. She said her client plans to obtain legal counsel and is being used as a scapegoat. In a statement, Balenciaga says that Gimberberti's work will not be subjected to a lawsuit. Goo Goo Dolls singer John Resnick will headline the upcoming iHeartRadio benefit concert. The 56-year-old singer-songwriter will perform an acoustic show for iHeartRadio Live in December to benefit Heart of Los Angeles. Heart of Los Angeles is a nonprofit organization providing undeserved youths with exceptional programs in academics, art, and athletics. The event will be hosted by Ellen Kay of iHeartMedia Los Angeles KOST 103.5 and take place December 13th at the iHeartRadio Theater in Los Angeles. Resnick will perform songs from the Goo Goo Dolls' new album, Chaos and Bloom, along with a selection of the band's greatest hits. The concert will be live streamed on YouTube.com, iHeartRadio, and broadcast on iHeartRadio's Hot AC stations December 13th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And finally, Metallica is back with new music. The band announced the album 72 Seasons in a 2-year world tour on Monday. Metallica will release 72 Seasons, its first full album of new material since Hardwired to Self-Destruct in 2016, on April 14, 2023. The group shared a first single from the album, Lux Externa, on Monday. 72 Seasons also features the song 72 Seasons, Shadows Following, Screaming Suicide, Sleepwalk My Life Away, You Must Burn, Crown of Barbed Wire, Chasing Light, If Darkness Had a Sun, Too Far Gone, Room of Mirrors, and In Amorita. Frontman James Hetfield said the album explores, quote, the first 18 years of our lives that form our true or false selves. He said the concept that we were told who we are by our parents, a possible pigeonholing around what kind of personality we are. I think the most interesting part of this is the continued study of those core beliefs and how it affects our perception of the world today. Much of our adult experiences is a reenactment or reaction to these childhood experiences, prisoners of childhood, or breaking free of those bondages we carry. Metallica will launch its world tour April 27, 2023 in Amsterdam and bring the venture to a close September 29th, 2024 in Mexico City, Mexico. Today, tickets go on sale Friday, while single-day tickets will become available January 20th. Pre-sales for City Card members begins Wednesday at 2 p.m. local time. And that is the Entertainment Report for Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.